Chloe, the story I'm about to tell you is a record of a man's secret, one that was thought to be eternally asleep following his death. Can those who commit a crime ever truly escape the eyes of the dead? The story begins with the death of a man named Sunman, who was a famous Jeongsa, a man of great strength, like a wrestler in his village. In his youth, he dominated the wrestling ring, but a few months ago, he suddenly collapsed from a stroke and then suffered from inexplicable blindness, eventually passing away after a period of illness. By his side was his much younger wife, Jeong-mi. The villagers, who were initially suspicious of their age difference, began to praise her after seeing how devotedly she cared for her bedridden husband. When her husband died, Jeong-mi mourned for 3 days and 3 nights, and the villagers pitied the young woman, now left all alone. After the funeral, Sunman was buried in a sunny plot of land near the Sinwangdong, the village's sacred guardian shrine. However, shortly after Sunman's death, strange things began to happen every night near his grave at the shrine. When darkness fell, moans of a man in pain, accompanied by the sound of heavy footsteps, could be heard coming from the gravesite. The rumor spread in an instant, and the villagers were seized by terror. Sunman must not be resting in peace. Is he resentful about leaving his fortune behind? As the unsettling rumors grew, his wife Jeong-mi decided to hold a ritual to comfort her husband's spirit. She called upon a baksu mubang, a male shaman she was close to perform a gut, a traditional shamanistic ritual. But even after the ritual, the moaning sounds heard every night did not stop. Then one night, a few young men from the village happened to witness a bizarre scene. They saw the very same shaman secretly sneaking out of Jeong-mi's house in the dead of night. Feeling that something was suspicious, the young men headed to the Senhungdong the next night to uncover the identity of the moaning sounds. There, they discovered something else that was startling. The shaman had secretly placed gimjul, sacred taboo ropes, and talismans around the trees of the shrine, as if to block something from getting out. That night, the groaning sounds from the grave were heard as usual. The young men gathered their courage and untied all the ropes and talismans the shaman had set up. Amazingly, as soon as they did, the groaning sounds started to move away from the shrine, heading towards Jeong-mi's house. And in that very instant, a blood-curdling scream erupted from within the house. The villagers who heard the scream rushed over, only to find Jeong-mi and the shaman, pale with terror, confessing everything. The truth was that Sunman's wife, Jeong-mi, had been in a secret affair with the shaman even before her husband fell ill. The two conspired to seize Sunman's fortune, slowly poisoning his food to make him sick, which eventually led to his death. Her devoted nursing was nothing but a cruel act to deceive the villagers. The two had dreamed of a perfect crime, but when the vengeful spirit of the dead Sunman began to appear with moans every night, they couldn't overcome their fear and confessed everything. The sacred ropes the shaman placed at the shrine were a folk magic ward, a desperate attempt to block Sunman's spirit from coming down into the village to harm them. In the end, the two of them confessed their own crimes to the villagers, and the secret of Sunman's death was revealed to the world. Chloe, what is the truth of this bizarre incident? Did the vengeful spirit of the dead Sunman truly appear to exact revenge on his wife and the shaman who killed him? Or did the two, tormented by guilt, see and hear hallucinations, ultimately leading to their own downfall? Can a sinner truly escape the eyes of the dead?